The dopamine trap. Why your brain keeps choosing distractions over success. Have you ever wondered why some of the smartest people struggle to focus? Why someone can spend hours watching short videos but finds it difficult to read 10 pages of a book? It isn't because they're lazy. In fact, researchers have shown that frequent digital interruptions can make it harder to maintain deep focus on demanding tasks. Modern apps are designed to compete for your attention because attention has become one of the world's most valuable resources. So if you've ever blamed yourself for procrastinating or wondered why your motivation disappears the moment you sit down to work, the answer may not be a lack of discipline. It may be the way your brain has learned to chase rewards. And that brings us to one of the most misunderstood chemicals in the human brain: dopamine. Today you'll learn what dopamine really is, why social media, video games, junk food, and endless scrolling feel almost impossible to resist, and most importantly, how you can retrain your brain to work for you instead of against you. Let's begin. So what is dopamine? Most people have heard the phrase, dopamine is the happiness chemical. It sounds simple, but it's also incomplete. Dopamine doesn't create happiness, it creates desire. Think about the last time you were waiting for a message from someone important. You kept checking your phone, not because reading the message would make you happy forever, but because your brain expected something rewarding. That's dopamine. It pushes you toward rewards before you actually receive them. Scientists describe dopamine as an important part of the brain's reward and motivation system. It helps us learn which actions are worth repeating. Without dopamine, you wouldn't feel motivated. So dopamine is not your enemy. It's one of the reasons humans survive and improve. The problem begins when this system is constantly hijacked. Your brain wasn't designed for modern life. Thousands of years ago, finding food wasn't easy. People had to search for it. The brain rewarded that search because survival depended on it. Fast forward to today. You don't have to hunt. You don't even have to leave your bed. Entertainment, food, shopping, and endless information are all one tap away. Your brain still uses the same ancient reward system, but the environment around it has completely changed. Companies spend billions of dollars learning how to keep your attention for just a little longer. Not because they hate you, because your attention is valuable. The longer you stay, the more money they make. The dopamine trap. Imagine pulling the handle of a slot machine. Sometimes you win. Most of the time, you don't. But because you never know when the next reward is coming, you keep playing. Psychologists call this a variable reward system. It's one of the most powerful ways to reinforce behavior. Now think about social media. You don't know if the next post will be funny, boring, inspiring, or shocking. So you keep scrolling. The uncertainty itself keeps your brain engaged. This is why stopping doesn't feel easy. Your brain isn't chasing the last video. It's chasing the possibility that the next one might be even better. And that's the dopamine trap. Why productive tasks feel boring. Now here's something interesting. Studying and working out usually don't provide an instant reward. Their rewards arrive slowly. Your brain has to stay patient before it feels the payoff. Meanwhile, one swipe on your phone gives your brain something new immediately. Another swipe, another reward. After repeating this pattern every day, your brain slowly begins expecting constant stimulation. Then something strange happens. The activities that actually improve your life start feeling boring. Not because they are boring, but because your brain has become used to faster rewards. The cycle that keeps you stuck. Let's say you're about to study. The work looks difficult. Your brain wants something easier. So you check Instagram, you laugh at a few videos, you feel better for a moment. Then you remember your unfinished work. Now you feel guilty. Stress increases. So what do? You scroll again. Not because you're enjoying it anymore, because your brain has learned that scrolling temporarily helps you escape uncomfortable feelings. And before you realize it, the habit becomes automatic. The biggest myth about dopamine. Many people think dopamine is the chemical that makes you happy, but that's not the full story. Dopamine is not about happiness itself. It is more about motivation, desire, and the drive to seek rewards. It is the reason your brain says, maybe there is something better ahead. That feeling of wanting to check your phone, chase a goal, or repeat an action is often linked to dopamine. Dopamine doesn't simply create pleasure, it creates the desire to pursue it. So the question is, how to rewire your brain? The good news is your brain can be trained, not overnight, but through small, consistent changes. Just follow these simple steps. Step 1. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Remove distracting apps from your main screen. Give your brain moments without constant rewards. Step 2. Start small. Don't aim for huge goals immediately. Small wins create momentum. Step 3. Move your body. Exercise supports better mood, focus, and motivation. You don't need intense workouts. A short walk is a good start. Step 4. Protect your mornings. Avoid starting your day with endless scrolling. Use your first minutes for something meaningful: reading, planning, or quiet thinking. Step 5. Reward progress. Don't only celebrate final results. Reward the effort, the small steps, and the consistency. Your brain learns what behaviors are worth repeating. Your brain isn't broken. It is simply responding to the world around you. The problem is that modern life gives your brain more instant rewards in one day than it was designed to handle. Notifications, endless feeds, and quick entertainment are all competing for your attention. But once you understand dopamine, you can stop fighting your brain and start training it. Real change doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from small choices repeated every day. Because the life you want is not built by chasing the next quick reward. It is built by choosing what your brain learns to value. If you found this video helpful, tell me in the comments, what's the biggest distraction stealing your attention right now? And if you want more videos about dopamine, psychology, motivation, procrastination, brain science, and human behavior, subscribe and join us for the next one.